What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is still Tuesday evening. Reason why I wanted to make this video is I know you guys have been wanting my opinion about Fernando going out and beating his wife. I wanted to wait until I got some details, but unfortunately, one person decided not only not to wait for the details, but went and interjected stuff that he has absolutely no clue about. And it's once again Nick Trigilli, the bodybuilding gossip writer of YouTube and of the industry. Now, first off, I'm going to start out point blank. Any man that goes and puts their hand on another woman is not a man at all. And it's pretty clear that, there was some sort of fisticuffs in place, allegedly. And that's the key word, allegedly. It's important that we let the law enforcement, investigate the matter and prosecute them as accordingly. Okay, for this. All right, because that's the whole thing. We don't know exactly what happened here. Okay. And as a former corrections officer, one thing that I've actually learned is sometimes things that appear isn't what they always seem to be. Okay? But here's the thing that doesn't really upset me there, Nick, in regards to him beating her. I mean, it's pretty clear that is something that likely happened there, obviously. But then you started interjecting a couple of other things, and here's the problem. Number one, you interject the fact that, or the allegation that, Fernando doesn't write his diets here, but that his wife does. How do you know that? How do you know that she writes the diets here and not him? Okay? You have no proof whatsoever of that, though. Okay? That's number one, which leads me to number two. You stated that she claims that she had no car, no cell phone, wasn't allowed to go out and everything like that. First off, if she didn't have a cell phone, how in the world is she going to be do his online coaching? That doesn't make much sense here. I also don't buy the fact so much as far as the car situation is concerned. Maybe they couldn't afford it there. Again, you have absolutely no evidence that she had no phone, she had no car or any sort of transportation there. You're acting as though she was locked up like some slave and everything like that. And last time I checked, I believe her appearance was practically at almost every show. I could be wrong, but for someone that's going to the shows and everything like that, that doesn't sound like someone that's locked up in a cage, but that's the way you presented the information there, Nick. Okay? So, as far as things are concerned, starting out, you don't know whether she was actually writing the diets. You don't know whether if she didn't have a phone or anything like that. Speaking of phones, if she didn't have a phone, how in the world were you able to contact her? Come on, seriously? And finally, as far as the domestic violence is concerned, again, we don't know how many incidences that's happened. We don't know whether it's mutual combat or not there, as far as a toxic relationship. Because here's the thing, Nick. She has not filed charges yet. I'm sure that she will. But at this point in time, you need to let law enforcement take care of things here. Okay? It's quite simple. I understand that it's a Me Too movement there, but sometimes, conclusions are given and people can be falsely accused of something that they hadn't done. I'm not saying that Fernando didn't beat his wife there. It's a likely thing that actually happened, but remember, it's allegedly, okay? Allegedly. You need to allow law enforcement to investigate something like this. But again, like I said before, any man that hits another woman or puts his hands on her is no man at all. And if Fernando did do this, he should be prosecuted within the fullest extent of the law. Now, as far as to why he actually did it, Well, one of the indications that I could possibly think of, and this is just an educated guess, is that he's from Colombia. And in Colombia, there's different values as far as to what the status is as far as women are concerned. You know, it could be a cultural thing from him being in Colombia. I mean, certainly in the Arab countries like Saudi Arabia and Dubai, India, and everything like that, that they don't really have much respect for women. You slap a woman there, and they give you a first place medal for it, though, or they get upset at you that you didn't slap her hard enough or anything like that. You'll have to excuse me, I have a little sore throat there. But in any event, Nick, I definitely get that you want a defender, but you're only getting one side of the story. And as horrific as her injuries are, you need to allow law enforcement to actually investigate the matter, okay? That's all I'm saying. I mean, if Fernando did this, he should be prosecuted within the fullest extent of the law, but we can't be in a position to where just because there's one allegation that everything else is believable, such as the online coach writing and that she was kept in like a slave, not given a phone or anything like that. That's not even related to the domestic violence situation. So just let things cool down or anything. And I'm not getting on you or anything like that, Nick. I definitely get it. And it's very admirable that you're sticking up with her. But at the same time, the the lady of justice, there's a blindfold on her for a reason there, okay? Let this investigation come out there and let things happen the way it happens. You have no law enforcement experience. You've never taken criminal justice whatsoever, okay? And as a former officer myself, I've seen plenty of situations there to where a man has been falsely accused of something. I'm not saying this situation is, but that's the reason why we have law enforcement for, to investigate these things. That's all I got to say today, people. Like and subscribe to the Vince Goodrum channel. Click the link below. Peace.